Do you think prison is worse, or you still picking cotton in jail? Now I'm gonna tell you this here: prison has done got so trouble because everybody in prison now is on K2. Everybody in prison now is on K2. Everybody in prison is on K2.
Shout out to my nigga Dewberry, Mr. Dewberry. Follow his channel, his YouTube channel is Anthony Dewberry Official. Uh, Good evening, everyone. I hope this evening finds you all well. Um, I was headed to my assignment. I refer to my assignment as my employment. And I call my employment, I finally refer to my employment, my plantation, as Candyland. And that's why I earn my bins and blah, blah, blah. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. Uh, I saw, it's a couple of things I saw. But um, let me just ask a few questions, right? It's okay. Let's say, for example, you hear a news report and it says, two slain in such and such neighborhood, a black neighborhood. Now, who do you expect that probably was the ones that the people that got shot was the shooters? Now you might hear a person in the same neighborhood was shot by police. Or let's say, of course, you might have some preconceived notion of who that might be. Or you might say, such and such a woman was killed by her husband, mate, or whatever, whomever. Who would you if and they're in that same neighborhood, who would you think would be the victimizer and the victim? What would make the most sense to you? I saw there's a debate about this lady. It's a McDonald's worker, and she stabbed her mother of six. She stabbed the McDonald's manager because she was in somehow sort of feeling. Uh, and it's like, well, you might have people that, now mind you, this is a mother of six, and I'm sure that there's certain sections, and I mean, I'm critical toward black folks, but I identify as mixed. I recognize my position in the society of America. I don't put on airs and try to pretend to be something and try to assert some type of uh, 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 what's the word I'm looking for? Entitlement to people, to the way somebody treats me. I treat people the way I feel like treat them, the way they show that I feel as if they need to be treated. I don't if somebody mistreat me, say something about me, I don't go around and rally amongst they people and that person said, man, that is a non-constructive waste of time. But like I said, these questions I just asked. But this girl, and it's like the debate is like, well, the folks be getting tired of their bosses. And sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I understand where old girl came from. Now, this girl has a series of videos where, I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, but you could pretty much presume or assume either she was playing crazy or she has a legitimate claim of being somewhat off her goal. But she killed these kids' mama. These kids' mama at work. The kid, little girl was talking about my mama was killed while she was trying to take care of us. This where her mind is. This where the baby. She's one of her elder daughters, but that's where the baby mind with. Man, mama. If mama didn't have to do all this, didn't have such a burden on herself, she'd still be alive. But then it's like, okay, we had and I don't know specifically at the camp. What's our boy's name? Carmelo. Carmelo. I don't know specifically, what might happen because, like I said, in these situations, you need to wait to something come out in court. Ain't no eyewitnesses saying something. It was clear eyewitnesses there because the eyewitnesses are mine. We can speculate and what have you, and there are certain people that have agendas that fortify their pockets. Just like sort of like the YouTubers in the Diddy trial, that was a cash grab for them. Now they want to put Kanye up for the sexual shit, and whomever they may whomever they may find, because all that shit's money. Dysfunction amongst those who are considered African American, black, from the diaspora, just all that little irreverent terminology. Because I identify as the pardon me who may offend, but how I identify myself is how I identify myself. I identify myself as a nigga. I was descended from those who were once enslaved in this country that were referred to as niggar. That name at that time, who would be, that wasn't even, that was just in my opinion, from my learned, my learnings, my research. Nigga is just their mispronunciation for where the countries over there in Africa, Nigeria, man. But that's something else altogether. We talking about, is Black Lives Matter still relevant? Wow, they got some shit over here. This shit going up like a like a skateboard around. Uh, is the Black Lives Matter still? I mean, I guess you could say the organization is pretty much defunct. I mean, I wonder if old girls still got them houses and things, and whether one of them houses got burned. I heard one of them houses got burned up, but I don't believe in karma. I just believe her shit got burned up, and she's still a lousy person. But you also have, it's like, okay, we're even speaking on Carmelo Anthony. They in my mind, people presume that he was supposed to be some newfound Nat Turner of some sort, and all he really was just a young boy that was in a situation and circumstance where he made a choice that may well have been a right or wrong choice. That'll be determined unless, I guess, where the evidence is presented in court. We can say all the things we want to say as grown folks, but in that situation, he needed to GoFundMe. Everybody thought this was some type of revolutionary act, so they were donating to the GoFundMe like crazy. What about this chat? What about these 6 children that this woman got? This woman who was killed by another black woman. What about her children? I wonder what a hot 100,000, a hot 150,000 would do for them children. Hmm. Yeah, but I don't know, man. These are just thoughts I think about. I mean, a lot of time we talk about, we come online and type from our, uh, I don't live in I live in the suburb. I live in a somewhat urbanized area of the suburb. I wouldn't say that, like, when I go outside, I'm scared. It doesn't, like, even intimidate. We live in our ivory towers, and we claim that it's like we out here fighting the civil rights movement. Meanwhile, it's black people dying by the hands of others. But what about black on black? I won't say that. It's black people out here being abused and eradicated by other black people, mistreated, cheated, all kind of manners of things. But we go out here on these social media platforms, pristine minded people, us good, well, I shouldn't say us, you all good Democratic Party voters, because they're the conservatives. They racist. Your grandpappy was conservative. He may not have voted Republican, but he was conservative in the mind and in an action. You know, a non-conservative point of view is like, okay, you got pregnant, and the person that you with, he got you pregnant. It's y'all responsibility to take care of y'all kids. Uh, all right, you lost your job. You ain't got no money. Um, so what you got to do is you got to find you a job, and not feel as if someone necessarily is supposed to provide for you. Now, if someone helps you, that's the nature of human. That should be the nature of black human. But that seems that's one of the parts of where we go out here and we say we're not our ancestors. That's where that comes. You're not your ancestors. No, no, nigga. You can't even make nothing for yourself. You can't build a shed in your backyard. You don't even claim. Don't disrespect your ancestors. Talking about what you ain't. That shows. That shows by your actions. You want to know what kind of person someone is? All you have to do is review their Their words and what they claim they're going to do versus their actions, what tends to lead to what produces results. Walking out now niggas want this black now African American black people decide, oh, we're not going to rush out there with them people and protest and things like that there because that ain't no problem. We got they're always using us. Somebody was telling y'all, and then when the next election comes around, somebody was still telling y'all that them people just use y'all. They think you're stupid. They think you're dumb because in a lot of cases when I do the most surface level of research on things, and when I ask my fellow African American black people, niggas like myself, certain questions, I mean, these is basic things, it becomes a, what do they call that, a back and forth, ad hominem. It becomes an exchange of ad hominem, result insults and name calling. That's not never. That's why it's better to have your action. So that's why I say, okay, you may say this and claim this, and how has that helped you in your life? Show me how this what you're saying to me is taking you from here from there. Because at the end of the day, if I can't see what you done produced, then you could tell me, you could get two pair of flapping line lips to tell you anything out there, especially black folks. Black folks love lying to each other, man. And even in the sake of trying to make us feel better. No, don't be on here talking bad about African American black people. We got you tap dance about jangling coonskin cap wearing nigger. I don't know, man. But I grew up in the '70s. I'm an old nigga. People think it's a sad that at this late time we have young black people, even in black people in their 30s and 40s, talking about how niggas be old. You better in this state and time, niggas need to be happy if they see this age. She get gray hairs. Your cousin dead. Your cousin been dead since the motherfucking crack era. Sometimes you wonder, I wonder if such and such wasn't. I can't say. That might touch a sense because who am I to throw stone on that type of shit? But I'm just trying to figure it out, man. It's the black living, man. Niggas talk about they boycotting Target and bullshit like that. Uh, can anybody uh facilitate some instead of in the name of keeping away money? Because most common African American black folks don't be all up in Target. Hey, let's be real. It's Walmart. The Waltons, the Walmart, they be in the Walmart super steel. You don't be in no goddamn Target. That's more political manipulation. Things to keep you concentrated on things that don't matter. Why would you uh it's always with certain ideologies where you have to be like, okay, they'll say like, well, they're going to take this from you, you need this. Why is in even in times where they're not trying to take it from you allegedly, why isn't there any time where those particular interests, those political interests are trying to tell you what you can do to better yourself, to raise you up out of the point where you don't have to depend on whatever hands out and entitlements you may receive? I mean, and I'm not saying I didn't got me a book of stamps, a card, a EBT card. But man, after a while, hell, you got to make a certain amount of money. You can't make more of this amount of money, man. Shit, fuck them, man. I need to make me some money. You're not going to keep me trapped in a certain income level to where I strive to be an underachiever in the name of it's free. But nevertheless, man, like I said, I'm here to pick my cotton, and duty does indeed call. Duty calls, man. Look, like I got a couple more minutes. Saw that boy I was waving to somebody on their way inside the building, and I'm still sitting in the car. Yeah, man. I'm just saying, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I keep on saying black folks extinct, because hell, when them computers really start doing shit, you better learn how to use computers to make you some money. Uh, Otherwise, the curtain may fall at any given time. It's the final curtain call. Like the great Michael Jackson once said, two palms up. He didn't say that, but I'm saying this on behalf of those who are receiving blessings or wishing to receive blessings. Two palms up to receive all blessings. Don't keep your hand closed to block your blessings. Be of discerning, be of kind spirit, but discerning mind. It's a lot to go along with it. Something is more behind it, but be of be of kind spirit, but discerning mind. And with that being said, nigga nation or nothing. Peace and love. I'll holler at y'all. Get y'all next time. This is my first stream to motherfucking Kick, I think. Hopefully it went to Kick. I don't know. It may not say. But who's to say? Stop making videos. Shut the fuck up. Somebody said stop making videos while I drive. I didn't read your comments, so I stopped driving. Why can't I be filming myself while I'm paying attention to the road driving? I might be giving a driving instruction. Fucking busybody. Peace and love. Nigga nation nothing.